My name is Danny Benson, and I'm the Undersecretary General of Committees. CIMUN is super unique because as a overall policy, we always stress realism over idealism. So you see at different conferences, they always stress about collaborating with countries and forming a consensus, but that's definitely not what we want to see at CIMUN. Our chairs are trained to go around the room and notice when delegates are actually employing policies that they would be used in the real world. So for instance, Iran would never be working with Israel in the United Nations General Assembly, so we would never want to see that in one of the CIMUN committees. Delegates should research their positions from a realistic perspective, and in committee, they should always act as if they are going to employ the different strategies that this country would use in the real world. CIMUN uses both white and black position papers for our delegates. The white papers are just a standard position paper. It's going to be what your nation has publicly announced previously. And then your black papers are going to be what your country actually wants to get done behind the scenes. So no one's going to see your black paper, and therefore you want to put in and you want to tell your chairs and your dais staff what you actually want to get done in committee without letting any of the other delegates know. CIMUN has a very unique set of rules of procedure, and these can be found in both the short form and the long form. I would definitely recommend all delegates coming to CIMUN should read the long form because there are a ton of little different strategies you can employ by adapting the rules of procedure to your advantage. So for example, you should know the order of precedent for each of the different points and motions. You should know different voting procedure policies, as these will definitely come into play, and chairs will notice the different types of strategies that you use. There are a lot of rules of procedure that are unique to CIMUN. For example, we use different ROP for the different type of committee you're in. So if you're in a General Assembly, the rules of procedure are going to be much different than if you're going to be in the US Senate, the ICJ, or some of the cabinets. So it's very important for all delegates to read the long form and the short form to notice all of the different unique policies, because the chairs will use that when deciding awards. CIMUN uses 5 different aspects when deciding awards for delegates. The first is accuracy of policy. So we want to make sure you focus on the realistic interpretation of your policy and not do the collaboration or idealistic policies you may see at other conferences. Next, we have rhetorical skill. So this is your public speaking. This is how you present yourself in front of the committee and how you present your country to the other delegates and to the dais itself. Next, we have substantive development. So this goes into the different, your position papers, it goes into your draft resolutions and resolutions that are passed. So we want to see if you are able to accurately portray your policy into a substantive development role. We have procedural manipulation, which is using our unique rules of procedure to your advantage, whether that's point of ordering a delegate that may be out of line, whether that's using the voting procedure to your advantage to advance your policies. There are many different ways to use this procedural manipulation to your advantage, and I would definitely recommend looking in the long form to use all of those. Lastly, we have cross-committee articulation. This is another point that's very unique to CIMUN because we have UN ambassadors that are able to go to the different rooms and actually act as ambassadors from that country to display information to that committee. So if you're a UN ambassador, you should definitely be going around to the different committee rooms, telling the chairs that you're there, and presenting information to delegates that can help them pass different strategies in those committees.